a Blackberry owner.
Wait a minute, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Carlos Cervantes. Do you want me to tell me?
And what do you do, sir?
I'm self-employed.
Okay, and you
So
also are. How do we know you? I mean,
I used to sell this infamous aloe vera OKF aloe vera juice, but also alcohol doctor, and now doing the tours. But yeah, you know, doing business, I need a phone that's got email, internet, etc. And the only thing that was reliable at the time, when technology was still advancing, was Blackberries. But it seemed that I don't know, they didn't step their game up. They snoozed on everybody else's. Everybody else was doing projects like iPhone came out first, and that kind of slowly knocked down Blackberry and put them aside. Fuck the little scrolling ball. Touchscreen was the new thing. The little rolling ball, get out of that. You know, touchscreen was the next thing.
So what if I was to tell you that Blackberry has two phones? Both of them are touchscreen.
Well, I seen that, but I've heard like the reviews.
Did you even know about them? Or?
I knew about them because I still browse around. Because the first touchscreen Blackberry phone was for Verizon.
The Storm.
Exactly, was for Verizon.
Well, you know that right now they have the Storm 3.
Well, I didn't know that.
Which is called the Torch 9860, which they put up against. Well, Blackberry didn't, but an independent reviewer put it up against the iPhone, and
surpasses it.
No, it was pretty close to neck and neck. The iPhone had a few advantages.
I'm starting to not like Android. Android is now kind of pissing me off since my phone last year. The Android update destroyed the phone. How does it's a software, you know, but it destroyed the phone. But I've been always keeping an eye out for Blackberry, you know, because my Blackberry account's still open. I wouldn't mind going back.
But yeah, they have the Torch 9860, the Torch 9810 for T-Mobile. Both of them are touchscreen. The Torch 9810 has a QWERTY keyboard, and the touchscreen slides up.
That's what's up.
You didn't know this?
No.
Okay, so there must be a problem.
Yeah, I gotta step
It's just the communication.
Yeah. Everybody else was jumping in the back door. It's like Macintosh. They're so hard to compete with, and then all the World War PC, IBM companies, IBM tech companies. You know, there's like now there's Sprint and Cricket, and the technology's out there for them to come in the back door and do it like that. You know, just take over technology. And BlackBerry, they're not done, man. It's like, believe me, they're gonna come out with some stuff that's just like as good as iPhone. You know,
it already is. It's there. We just don't know about it.
Well, I want to see this phone. Try it out.
So if you had, what features are you looking for in a BlackBerry that you have? You have an Android now. What kind of phone is that?
This is a Droid Incredible 2.
And I mean, if you had your choice right now between a BlackBerry and your Android?
Well, right now, if we're talking about today's time, I would take this Android over BlackBerry.
Why? What do you need in a BlackBerry that you can't get right now?
Well, if their internet speed picked up compared to what I had last time, I'd go for it.
What if I told you that the BlackBerry Torch 9860 has a better browser experience than the iPhone 4?
If you're going to call it Torch, what was it, the numbers?
The Torch 9860.
Torch 98. See, Torch, that means, what's that mean in your mind? Torch, fire, flame, fast. I would like to see if it lives up to its name.
It does.
You know?
And we could
because what Droid started with, the whole Droid does, they lived up to that slogan, Droid does, because it did what iPhone couldn't do. So they lived up to their name. So if a phone can call itself, you know, or like this phone, Droid Incredible, to me, that name Incredible stood its name to it, you know. That's why I have this phone. But if you got, you know, Torch, I'd like to try it out. I'd like to test the phone out.
Yeah, you definitely want to check that out. The browsing experience is on par, if not better than an iPhone. And the camera is better
exactly,
than an iPhone.
That was another thing I was going to say.
It does have
the camera is also another thing, because ever since the camera was put on a phone, everybody was, you know, taking pictures on everything. And that's why I had a BlackBerry, because the BlackBerry had a 3-megapixel versus the standard 1.3.
And this one has a 5-megapixel camera and 720 HD video.
There you go.
And you didn't know that?
Like the iPhone, they could have like 50, 100 different applications on it, right?
They don't have applications is another problem. Do you have a problem
Yeah.
with applications?
Yeah, BlackBerry's got to be more open with their apps. They got to have everything is either iPhone or Android. iPhone or Android. You don't hear iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry. Before it was, but then it silently disappeared, and now everything is either
To me, this sounds like a marketing issue. It sounds like there's not enough word out there on the phones and the product itself in order to
I'm telling you, BlackBerry
drive
do the
developers
research
to
and
go out.
development.
I'm telling you, they got to step their game up. That's the problem. They don't step it up, they're gonna disappear, flat out.
And this from Carlos Cervantes,
Or they'll get bought
avid BlackBerry user.
Yeah.